Chapter 3 Review. The summary and review. Educator will we want to give a strong consideration to beginning every course of study with the strategies and techniques shared in this chapter. This enables students to learn success behaviors at the beginning of the program, which will eliminate the greatly reduce the withdrawal rates at our nation's schools. By developing effective study techniques and task taking skills and avoiding the five failures behaviors, learners are able to work cooperatively with their educators to reduce the barrier to learning and achieve the career success that they seek. Okay, question number one. List and explain reading skills. Answer is time alignment. Encourage students to allow ample time to read and comprehend material prior to testing. More difficult material requires more reading and comprehension time. Suggest that students break reading time into the manageable segments and plot and reading on the timeline. Skim first. Suggests that students preview the material and identify concepts and topics they understand. They should pay attention to ways the material is organized, review chapter summaries, and note main ideas in headings. They should conduct additional research as needed. Have references handy. Good dictionary and access to learn internet are helpful. Students should refer to school library of resource information is necessary. Employ concept connector. Students should relate what they are reading to what they have previously learned in life in school. They should examine what they are learning from the material and periodically review their progress and understanding. Reread. Material may need to be reread until understanding is clear. Sometimes material has to be read in chunks. Other times it will become clearer when the student read all the way through the entire segment. Evaluate. Teach students to access what they know, what they have read, and what they need to review. Question number two. List notes taken and highlighting skills. Answer. Create system as with notes taken. Students should be assist, assisted in developing a system for organizing what they highlight and underline. Students should use the different color of highlighters for the different concepts. For example, if you are teaching business skills, you might have students highlight the section on the business ownership in yellow, the section on the draft and business plan in the pink, and the section marketing on the advertising is aqua. Students will be recognized and remember their content more readily when connected within color used in highlight. In addition, if content uses or reflects specific symbol, the student should also use the same symbol in notes. Focus on key words and phrases. Encourage collective highlight based on important concept ideas or facts. Check for meaning. Students should be advised to review their underlining and highlighting to ensure it makes sense. If the highlighting is confusing or overdone, it will not be helpful. The students will then need to create separate note taken documents or mind map to help clarify the information. Note taken skills. Another area require early emphasis is the strong note taking skills. Students use the variety of note taking methods to capture the major points of lesson. For a highly analytical learner, the standard outlining using the Roman numerals may work for a majority of our learners. However, less conventional methods, such as mind mapping, may be more appropriate. The method is not as important as the notes being well organized and understandable to the student. The following technique for the note-taking skills are adapted from a Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University Division of the Student Affairs. Think about what you are hearing. Remind students to actively think about it, how the information relates to other concepts they have learned in life or in a class. Teach them to use reminder words or symbols that will be meaningful when they come back to the note take later. Devise shorthand methods. Recommend that students use the standard paper that allows them ample space to organize their notes more effectively. They can also write more legibly if they have sufficient space. Design it and recognize quiz. Let students know that if they see material written on the board or on the overhead slide, it will likely be on the test. Your voice emphasis may also be another cue for the key information. Clarify. Encourage immediate questions if something is unclear. If students are unable to ask questions immediately, have them write their questions down and place them on the ask it basket or ask them later. Reminder note for the discussion. If the note taken sessions is not part of the discussion, ask students to make a reminder note or symbol that will be allow them to return to key points later during the scheduled discussion time. Record main points. Suggest that students write the key or main points of major headings and have a space to fill in detail later. Coach them to listen for the main points. Fill in the blanks. Suggest that students go back immediately following the presentation and fill in the detail of each main point. They can use their textbook or other reference materials as the resource. Use an organizational system. The system allows the students to separate notes into the main points, details, questions, and allow points. Make separate reference pages. Some information is best recorded in its own separate space outside the notes. Diagram on the board, for example, may be more easily understood if it stands alone that does not fall in the body of the notes. Question number 3. Explain 15 strategy for effective study habit for the students studying. Answer. Take a charge. Be responsible for your own learning. Take a charge allow you to take the decisions about your priorities, time, and a resource. Define personal values. Once you have established your own personal value and principles, center yourself around them. Don't let the friends or family dictate you detect to you what is important. Set and prioritize goals. You must decide what is important to you in your career education and prioritize those goals in a logical and sequential manner. Then you must focus on not let anyone or anything distract you from the attain those goals. Show up. Don't miss class, even when you don't feel like attending, or your car died, or you stayed out too late last night. Go to class. Get the correct assignments. Make sure you get the assignments in the educator's exact words. Don't forget to include to do dates. Establish schedule. Construct general long-term schedule first. It will be include the obligation you are required to meet weekly, such as job, school, organizations, family commitments, church, and so forth. Then make a list of the major events and amount of the work to be accomplished in each subject in the current week. Finally, make a short-term one-day schedule. This will include what specifically is to be accomplished and when each day. Follow the schedule to best of your ability, but don't beat yourself up over the varying from it. Simplify, regroup, and try again. However, try to make your students' time to habitual on daily basis whenever you can. Pick the place. How regular place set aside for you to study and do nothing but study. It should be quiet and free of the distractions such as TV, radio, or other people. Make sure the area has a good lighting and ventilation, comfortable chair but not too comfortable, and desk or table large enough to spread out your books and papers. Adopt the routine of the studying in this special space. Before the long, your attitude, attention, and behavior will be automatically turn to studying when you go there. Adopt mascot. Collect the one particular item or social symbol that you can relate to the act of the studying. It can be a favorite t-shirt or cape or even a figurine or the stuffed animal. Just before you begin to study, put on cape or set the symbol on the desk. This small ceremony will be aid in your concentration. First, going through this ritual helps get your mind set for studying. Second, it signals others that you are working and they shouldn't disturb you. Stand up and look away. This is the inevitable that your mind will wander from the time to time. Rather, rather than staring at the look at the getting up and leaving the room, simply stand up and look away from your books. Continue to daydream for the while if you are must. But physical act of the standing up will usually bring your thinking back to the task at the hand. Don't plan division. Make sure not to start the lengthy project or go back to any former unfinished tasks just before your scheduled study time. Try to be habitual with the time you begin studying and be careful not be get too distracted just prior to beginning studying. This will improve your concentration. Divide the work into assignments, mini assignments. Set the time when you expect to have the first minute assignments completed. You will feel a sense of the accomplishment as you complete each one, and that will make continued study easier. Keep a reminder pad. Oftentimes, our minds wander to other things that need to be done, distracting us from our studies. Keep a pad and a pencil nearly, and when you think of the other things needing your attention, write them down and turn to your studies. The list will be there later when you can turn your attention to the items listed. Tackle the difficult. Whenever possible, begin with the hard or boring part of the studying first. Save the run stuff for the dessert. Haven't gotten to less interesting or difficult material behind you. It may be easier to complete the lesson or assignment. Expect respect from others. Notify others of the when you will be studying. Don't answer the phone or door during your study time if at all possible. Explain that this is your study time and you will be ready to play, talk party, go to movies, or whenever when you have put it in your scheduled study time. Hang do not disturb. Sign on the door if you need to. Your future may be at the stake. Reward yourself. When you have a complete your scheduled study sections, reward yourself with a favorite activity. listen to your favorite music, go out with the friends, do whatever you enjoy the most. You deserve it. You are on your way to success. Question number 4. Explain the 5 failure behavior that students should avoid at all costs. Answer. Skip school. Don't feel pressure to go to every school. After all, this educator probably won't even notice you are gone. Somebody can always tell you what went on in class, right? So don't sweat it. Get to class when you can. Skipping homework. Assignments are okay, but don't get too carried away. When you feel like doing homework, then do it. But you should never let study or homework rule your life. Skipping mental presence. Bring your study to class, but leave your brains at the home. Just to think of all the things you can accomplish during the class. You can think about your upcoming dates or your son's soccer game or even catch up on the little glass slip. No one will notice, and you will accomplish what you want to. Skipping relationships. Don't bother getting to know other students or establishing relationship with your educators. They probably have a less going for them than you do, right? No need for anyone to be asking noisy questions about dumb things like your future. Skipping town. If you are about to flunk out about you didn't avoid the first for failure behavior, just blow it away. There will be plenty of chances to make your fortune. The educator aren't any fun and you don't think they like you anyway. Doing your homework and doing was drag. You will show them, you will just quit. Don't take this school thing too seriously. What are the some key elements that the students should follow when developing study group? Answer. Keep groups to minimum of 4 and maximum of 6. Seek diversity of the experience but demand common dedication. Best friends are not required, but cordiality and respect among members is important. Avoid members who are inherently unequal. Employers and employees, upperclassmen with the underclassmen couples. Don't just invite friends. It is the really study group, it is not social function. Assign leadership for each section. The leader must master the assigned topic or material and share with the remainder of the group. Maintain rigorous formality. Require member commitment to the times and assignments. Eliminate those members who are not serious. Appoint chairperson. This person would be in the charge of the scheduling sections and settling disputes, establish guidelines, decide early and exact requirements and assignments of each member. Every member should be committed to success and contribute equally to the success of whole group. Question number 6. Why is important to train students in the test-wise strategies? Answer. To ensure that all learners have an opportunity to clearly understand the purpose of testing, be experienced in using test materials, pencil, textbook, text booklet, and answer sheets. Have experience in following directions similar to those that will be used in test. Practice completing requested information, working in column and rows, filling in responses, and asking for information. Gaining awareness of ways to make efficient use of time. Recognize the need to read carefully. Prepare for the testing process both mentally and physically.